This is it, what? Cohiba lit, what? We got that yak up in the cup and getting bent, what? Put some smoke in the air, it's your shit, what? And raise your glasses if everything classic.
G5Jefftv, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button as you come on in. I got two guests on the line with me today. First guest, you've heard them on the show plenty of times. I'm probably going to end up putting them on the payroll and shit. But manager extraordinaire out of Iowa, manager Jason Phillips. We got Mike Patterson in the building. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, G5? Thank you one more time for having me back again. I appreciate it.
No problem. Second guest, young, up-and-coming middleweight, 165-pound middleweight. We'll get into that in a minute. But we got Pachino Hill in the building. What's going on, Pachino?
What's up?
Ain't nothing, man. Everything good. Everything good. On behalf of the channel, I just want to thank both of y'all for taking time out of y'all schedule to come rock with us today. We really appreciate it. Now,
man, I love being here. I appreciate you having me.
No problem. No problem. Now, Chino, starting off, can you tell the people who you are, just a little bit of your boxing background?
My name's Chino. I really got into boxing on some more, like, same type shit. I used to play football, but I had torn my Achilles.
Okay.
Then, yeah, this was around that time Floyd was finna fight Pachino. So that's all that was on TV.
Right.
I was watching this shit. And then, shit, I seen my little cousin. His name's Cedric. It's Coach Fred. So he was boxing. And I seen, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, I seen, like, a lot of females under his post when he was supposed to about boxing. Shit.
Oh, yeah. Said a dog, too. Says a dog.
Hey, I'm like, I always like to fight anyways. They used to tell me that growing up, you need to box so that I do MMA. But I was like, ain't nobody gonna put their feet on me, so I ain't doing no MMA. And then boxing just never really clicked to me. Then shit, around that time, I called Coach Fred, asked him would he teach me how to box. He said, yeah. Man, that's 2015, since like November 2015 when I first stepped fully time in the gym. I've been up there since then.
Wow. So you were basically in good physical shape prior to boxing because of the football, correct?
Yeah, before I tore my Achilles, yeah.
Now, how long did it take for you to recover from your Achilles? Because you hear a whole bunch of different stories about how long it actually
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Hey,
mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I was hard-headed. I didn't follow. I didn't even do physical therapy. I was walking around with that boot. I was playing basketball with the boot on my leg. Shit.
Wow. Wow. That's crazy. And you know, Chino, the thing that's crazy, it's crazy that you said that because when people tear their Achilles, you see guys react in different ways. You have, when Kobe tore his, R.I.P. to Kobe.
Yeah.
He actually took two foul shots and walked off the court.
No
and then you have other situations where guys fall on the ground like they've been shot. You know what I'm saying? So, Chino, when that happened, did that happen during a game, football game? When did that happen?
Nah, I used to live in Florida. I was living in Florida around this time.
Okay.
It happened. I was playing a pickup game of basketball.
Wow.
It happened.
Wow. Were you in a gym or was it concrete?
We was outside.
Outside concrete? Wow. That's crazy. So you basically went from football to boxing.
Yeah.
And did you get any amateur fights in? Or did you go straight pro?
Yeah. No, I got some amateur fights in. I got like about 4 years of amateur.
Okay. That's good. That's real good.
Chino being modest right there. Chino to been the Nationals.
Mike, give me the real since he's being modest. Mike, give me the real.
Real modest right now. Chino has been wrecking shop in these major tournaments. Like right before he went pro, he had the national qualifiers in Ohio, Chino?
Yeah. I've been there. I've been to Golden Gloves. But look though, you gotta understand though. When I went to Golden Gloves, I didn't really know how to box. I was just up there fighting. I ain't really learn how to box. Like, I really ain't learn how to box. I ain't really truly understand boxing until like probably like the end of 2018.
Wow.
I just understand the concept of boxing. Like, I really wasn't getting it.
So you was fighting.
Boxing more mental than physical.
Wow.
You say that all the time in the gym too.
It's more no, but that's 100% facts. That's real, because a guy can be the most skilled guy in the world, but if he's a mental midget, he gonna lose to Chino every single time. And no matter how skilled he is, he gonna lose every single time. Chino, you're coming off of your pro debut, got a big victory in your hometown, on the same card with Mike Patterson's fighter, Jason Phillips.
Shout out to Jay.
Yeah, big shout out to Jason Phillips. How big of a fight was that for you in terms of your nerves? You know, explaining everything you just explained and going into your first fight. Were you nervous going into that fight?
I would be all the way honest with you. That fight was horrible. On my end, mentally, that shit was horrible. Like that was like I think that was worse than my first time ever boxing. That shit was horrible.
Well,
I mean,
was it the atmosphere or?
No, it was. I think it is. I think I can't fight at home. I don't know. When I'm at home, it's just like a different. I got a chip on my shoulder. Like I can't get beat up here in my house. I'm at home.
Yeah, that's.
So I was like, I had put more pressure on myself than I needed to, but and only the greats perform under pressure. So I need to learn how to perform under pressure.
That's true. That's true. And even there are some great fighters that can fight at home. There's some great fighters that can fight at home. I'll give you a prime example. Jarrett Swift Hurd. He got his ass whipped by Julian J. Rock Williams in his hometown. Yeah. And then J. Rock Williams in his next fight got his ass whipped at home. And I was there to see it. So whether you were a good fighter or a great fighter, it takes a different characteristic to fight at home. I feel like it's either you able to do it or you're not. Yeah, it's really that mental, you know. And what you just said was great. I can't get my ass whipped at home. Like, be honest with you, that's all the mental you need. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't get my ass whipped in front of the family, the friends. After this fight is over, I got to keep on hearing about that shit. Nah, like, that's not happening. Not on my turf, not in my house. Now, your opponent for your first fight, from what I understand, he was out of the Terrence Crawford gym.
Yeah, that don't matter though. I say that but it be boxers around Floyd Mayweather. They ain't undefeated, so therefore that shit don't matter. I don't care about no Terrence Crawford camp.
Right.
And Terrence Crawford ain't fighting for him.
Yeah, Terrence Crawford definitely wasn't in the ring that night, for sure. Now, from what I heard, is a crazy backstory to that.
Here we go.
Your first fight.
Right here.
Chino, can you please bless the public and the listeners with the backstory going into your first professional fight?
He was ducking me like a little pussy. He let them critics, them box people told him he had a 95% chance of beating. Mm-hmm. And pissed his dumb ass off. He got knocked out. So, but I was supposed to fight him like 4 times. I was supposed to fight him 1 time in Nebraska, 1 time in Minnesota, 1 time here. He just kept ducking me there. Shit. I guess he wanted that money. That money must wasn't worth it. Wow. He got his ass whooped.
Now, the 4 times he was supposed to fight you, was that amateur or like pro?
Yeah, that was amateur. And then amateur. When they first brought me to fight, like, I'm like, this man ain't gonna fight me. I'm like, he wanna fight me amateur. Then shit, they talking about he locked in on the contract. So I said, bet I won.
Wow. So I can too.
Now, Chino, as far as the The guy name was Terrence Coleman. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Terrence Coleman. Now, I'm from Philly, Chino, and we heard of Terrence Coleman in Philly.
Yeah.
And he had a buzz in Philly just off the strength that he was in Terrence Crawford's camp. We had...
you still got that buzz?
He don't have that buzz now. But
okay.
nah, he don't have that buzz now. But I'm talking about prior to your fight. Prior to your fight, we heard of him in Philly because he was in Terrence Crawford's camp. Now, I know you said you didn't care about any of that. The fact that he was in Terrence Crawford's camp, did that put more of a chip on your shoulder? Like, hey, I can knock him off, and I'll have that same buzz as well.
It wasn't even that. It was just the fact that I felt like because he was in that camp, he thought he could just come here and he was going to beat my ass. That shit dead.
Right.
That's really abuse right there.
I feel like, in so many words, because I felt like he was really, like, using Terrence Crawford like that was going to scare somebody. Like, somebody scared of Terrence Crawford. Don't get me wrong, though. Terrence Crawford is a dog. You feel me? But that's Terrence Crawford. You not Terrence Crawford.
I actually watched the knockout, and it was brutal. It was brutal when the ref got to almost spin you around and tackle you. Yeah, like it was serious. Yeah, there you go. Now, during that sequence, which it was probably about a good 5-10 second sequence where you basically had him on the ropes. Was that something you was building towards, like, during a fight, like, setting things up to get him in the corner, so you could land something like that?
No. This what the game plan was. I'm gonna be all the way honest. Let me be honest. I feel like that fight was either gonna be a draw or a split decision.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I had lost the point. I'm trying to tell you, it was a horrible fight, though. I ain't even gonna sit right here and act like I just came in there and just knocked him smooth down. Nah, it was a horrible fight, though. But like I said, it got to the point where I looked dead in my coach's eyes, and this is like, only time I see him do this is when something's going bad in the fight, and he just told me to fight. Like, he's like, you got to fight. So I'm like, all right. Like, we coming back in after the break, referee and split apart. Like, I knew my hook. I had practiced my hook. Like, my coach Joe had me practicing my hook all the way up. Like, all the way up to the fight, I was practicing this hook.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I got to set this hook up. So I punched him in the sternum, and his hands dropped. And that's when I threw it, and it landed.
Yeah, and it's...
Shout out to Coach Joe Munez, too. That's a real dude, man. He's a cool cat, solid guy.
And the thing that's crazy about that, Chino, is when you hit him with the gut shot, and I was looking to see if you were going to tell me that. Because if you did, I was going to say something, but you said it. You hit him in the gut, and that's kind of the theme when it comes down to good fighters. Like, starts with that core, starts with the body work, and not only was his hands down, his chin was straight up. You could drop your hands, but you may still be able to do defensive things while your hands are down. You hit him. I know that was a good shot to the body, because when a guy has his hands down and his chin up and he's on the ropes, you know mentally he shut down for that quick second after you hit him with that body shot. So a lot of times, say it again.
He's trying to catch his breath.
Yeah. When you're trying to catch your breath, you're not thinking about putting your hands up, defense, and things like that. And before you know it, you hit him with a 2-piece. He was pretty much out on his feet, like the ropes held him up, and you threw a wilder windmill. I was like, oh my goodness! I was like, I'm glad he ain't laying that one, because I was like, whoo, he'd have been in the hospital.
Yeah, see, if I was more mentally, like, if I had my better mental mind, then if I would have stepped back and lined him up.
Right.
But
that was the 4th round, right?
Yeah.
That was the 4th round. Yeah, so you had to get him up out of there, right?
Exactly.
Wow. Now, going forward, do you have anything set up right now in terms of the fight?
Nah, not right now. I'm really in the lab, man, trying to get that work on. So I told you I need more mental work.
Right. Now, you're going to try to get a fight at home, or because what you were talking about earlier, you might want to travel?
I don't know yet. I ain't decided yet. I want to.
Like if it was up to you. Like if it was up to you.
You know what?
If it was up to you.
If it was up to me?
Mhm.
I mean, I really want to go to a different city. I like going to other people's cities.
Right. And Chino, Mike put me onto this, and I've said this before, but basically in the Midwest and the Quad Cities, you guys have the 165-pound division. I'm from Philly, East Coast. We don't have 165 here. And if I'm not mistaken, I think unless it's in the contract, I'm not sure if the West Coast has it either.
Right.
If you travel east, or if you travel to the West Coast and they offer you a middleweight fight, would it be a problem for you to get down to 160, which is a traditional middleweight limit?
No, but no. It's just I ain't really disciplined. That's my weakness in this boxing is eating.
Right. So you prefer 168?
No, I gotta get down to, look, I gotta get down to 160 because I look at it as if you want to be the best, like you gotta give it to all. I can't be the best if I ain't give my all. If I'm taking shortcuts, I never know what I'll be able to reach.
No, that's true.
That's deep.
That's deep and 100% true as well. Now, I know Cruz Hitman Stewart has been to the gym a couple of times. Have you had a chance to ever spar, Cruz?
Yeah. Hey,
have they?
Listen. My first session, my first sparring session, my first true sparring session was with him. And he hit me with one of the sickest body shots ever. Like, I thought I died for like 5 seconds. I couldn't hear nothing. I couldn't breathe.
Oh, wow.
Like, and then, look, check this out. So then I get out the ring. Right after that, I go to my coach so he can untie my gloves. That man put my headgear back on and made me get back in there.
Oh, wow.
Was that Coach Fred?
Yeah.
Shout out to Coach Fred. Coach Fred a dog, man.
Yeah,
he gonna make you be a dog.
Yeah, big shout out to Coach Fred.
Literally, I was only like 2 weeks in the boxing when he did that.
Wow. And did that give you the confidence that you could actually make some moves in this game? Because Cruz was on the same Olympic team with Deontay Wilder and Gary Russell and guys like that. Yeah. Like, did that make you feel like, hey, I can do something?
Yeah, Cruz like that, man. Hey, Cruz got a game like that. Cruz cool. I didn't took a lot of stuff from Cruz. Like, I done fought Cruz in the amateurs.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
wow.
He beat me. I ain't gonna lie to you. He ain't beat me like he did when we first sparred, but he beat me.
Right. But that, I'm pretty sure that
people like him though. So me keep me on my toes. Like I can't be sloppy with him. You have to stay sharp. Cruz one of the people that he'll let you make that mistake like 5 times till you think you get comfortable with it, and then bam, it's that.
Right. And to be honest, that's how you're supposed to do it. That's how you're supposed to do it. Big shout out to Cruz Hitman Stewart.
Big shout out to the big bro Hitman.
Yeah,
June 6th coming up.
June 6th he will be back. Antonio Woods will be on there.
Shout out to T Woods.
Yeah, big shout out to T Woods.
They spar a lot as well.
Who? Chino and T Woods?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. How does that work, Chino?
Hey, me and Tony, we got a big brother, little brother relationship. So we in the gym. You know, we going by the end of that session, we gonna get some rounds. That's big bro.
Yeah, so it sounds like when you actually step into the ring again against whoever it is, if they're not on the same level as a Cruz or T Woods, you should be okay in the ring. Like, you shouldn't be really overwhelmed. Really, do you feel it? Do you feel that way?
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Look, I've been in there with some killers, and I'm trying to tell you, like, I learned how to hold my own. I used to be able to get, man. I mean, I used to get my ass whooped in there. Every time, man, after sparring sessions, I'd be sitting there like, I should just go give me a 9 to 5 or something. Work at McDonald's or something. This shit ain't for me. Right. But I ain't no bitch though, so I gotta keep going. So, right. Really, that's what I'm saying though. Like my coaches used to beat the hell out of me in there. Sparring them, I used to hate sparring them. They don't want to spar me no more though.
Oh yeah, I see.
Let me know something.
I see. So that's T Woods, Cruz. I'm assuming you get work in with Coach Rec as well.
Hey, shout out to Coach Rec.
Hey, that boy, that's my boy for real.
Going forward, Chino, do you want to get a fight in, at least one fight in before the year? I don't know, the year has been crazy with the whole COVID-19 and everything. It's not true?
It's not true, yeah.
Okay. So right now, do you have anybody working on that for you, or is that something that you just kind of just playing it by ear right now?
I ain't really looking at it, so I told you I'm still in the lab work. I know I need a lot of work.
Right. Now, I know Chino was in Minnesota, right? Have you ever thought about actually going down there just to spar with him down there, especially with him having a fight coming up?
Talking about him now?
Yes.
I asked him, like, I had inboxed him not too long ago about it, but we ain't really get into it like that. Because he said everything shut down, man. Everybody was acting scared of this whole corona situation.
Yeah, that's a big thing, too, because, like, we in Iowa, so our governor just came out, like, a week ago and said everything is opening up slowly but surely, 50%, 60%, 70%. Hitmen up there in Minnesota, they governor, like, no, 0%. So, really? You know, even though we closed, you know what I'm saying, like, it's different laws, so, like, he could come here. He's more than welcome to come here, you know, and get that work in. But it's just something we got to set up because, you know, he got the shorties and whatnot.
Yeah. Because that question came up simply because Cruz had a problem getting sparring partners for his last fight.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I thought
his last sparring was here with us.
Yeah, which was, what was that, at least a week before the fight?
Yep.
Over a week, right?
Yes, sir.
And I know you're supposed to taper down as far as sparring, like, before the fight.
Yeah, my man, hey, Cruz, that's how you know Cruz is different. Cruz is sick and all.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, you pick up stuff like that. Like, you just pick up stuff like that, man. Like, get in there.
You're right, too, Chino. You're absolutely right.
So he like that. I can say that. Hey, I can vouch for him. Like, not even no dick riding around like that. But yeah, Cruz like that, man.
Quick question: If Mr. Coleman wanted a rematch, would you give it to him?
Yeah.
I don't think
he ain't hesitate at all. Like he wasn't no set of stuff, just like shoot. Like
I already thinking about it.
Really?
Dead ass?
Yeah, I don't feel like, that's what you gotta understand. I don't like taking wins like that. I feel like that was like a buzzer beater or a field goal win. I don't like that. I need oh yeah, he beat his ass. Like, oh yeah, he can't touch him. I need one of them wins.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need me a 12-man win.
I think, quiet as kept, I think you could probably actually get that fight. Because just as much as you don't like the win, those people that were telling him he was supposed to win that fight, he probably wants the rematch because he feel like he shouldn't have lost to you anyway. So I know you might be searching around for a fight.
Dead ass. G5 might be on to something.
Yeah,
he might be right because Cuz might want that smoke again. And we can go up there this time, if you want to. We can go up that way.
Hey, I fight better out of town anyway.
Let's set it up, man. We throw Jay on the card, get it popping for real.
Hey, man, you heard it here first, man. Chino Hill and Terrence Coleman, the rematch, that'll be lit, like, for sure. And that'll be big for both of you guys too, because
that'll be huge. It'll be huge. That'll be a main event right there. Because it'll be in his backyard, you know. He came down here for the first one, now we going up there. And then once again, Jake can kick it off like we did last time. Yeah. Upset somebody else in Nebraska.
Yeah, and the thing is, you know, the reason I mention it is because in boxing, you know, it's kind of like football. Like, you need storylines. You need storylines when it comes down to boxing. Like, it sells more tickets, it gets more people watching, and things like that. And yeah, you can get somebody else to fight, but the fact that Terrence Coleman fights in Terrence Crawford's camp is going to get attention within itself. The fact that you knocked him out.
The weigh-ins, G5, the weigh-ins was so lit, man. Chino had everybody amped, like amp, ready to go.
Oh no, I seen him in his face. He was right in his face.
And his manager face too. He was in his manager face as well. I got clips of that. Yeah, Chino was ready to go. Like, he was ready to kill.
I need clips of that. I ain't see that.
I got you, my dude. No cap. It's on the house.
Okay.
And the manager face and the fighter face, the trainer, the water boy, everybody. Chino ready for smoke. Wow. Everybody can get.
Wow, that's crazy.
I love that dog in him. I really do. I really love it because it spreads throughout the camp. And, you know, Jason be smelling it, Coach Rex be smelling it, Coach Fred smelling it. It's like, you know, like one of the wolves is going for the hunt, so we all going for the hunt. Everybody going for blood.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to reach out to Terrence Coleman. I'm reaching out to him, man. I actually want to see that fight. And Chino, I know you said you want to just win in more impressive fashion. But I think that'd be a perfect matchup. It'd be a perfect matchup. And
big shout out to Terrence too, man. I give him a lot of credit for coming down here and fighting an opponent like Chino in his backyard. You know, like,
no doubt.
That takes some balls, and he did put up a really good fight. He was very slick in boxing. He was scoring points. He was doing, you know, a lot of technical things right. So I ain't trying to bash the nigga, but like when it comes to that dog eat dog, Chino got that. You know, he's gonna go to the hole and he's gonna dunk it on you.
Right. But Chino, I wanted to say this to you. I know you said you didn't like the way you want to win in a more impressive fashion, but when you put a boxer up against a come forward fighter, sometimes that's just how it goes. Like, sometimes that's just how it goes, where the boxer's doing a little slick stuff and, you know, doing different things to score points, things like that, and you're coming forward. The difference between your type of fighting and the way he fights is, Chino, all you needed was like 5 seconds. All you needed was 5 seconds. He was working consistently throughout the fight, but it only took you 5 seconds to turn his lights out. That's boxing.
Yeah.
That's boxing. And sometimes you're gonna have it like that. You're gonna have it like that sometimes. But
Coach Fred, my bad, G5. I don't want to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
Coach Fred has said that in the middle of the fight, after, because, you know, we fought first. Jason fought first. Chino was scheduled for, like, Chino, was you 7th or was you 9 on that card?
I think I was. How many fights was it that night?
It was like 10 or 11, but one got canceled.
All right. I was the one before the co-main event.
Okay, so you was like let's say it's 10, Chino was like 7.
Okay.
2 got canceled. 2 was the brother of the opponent that Jay had to fight. He had to fight a guy out of Hitman Stewart's camp. Hitman Stewart's camp, Coach Steve over in Moline. Big shout out to him. That got scrapped. So for some odd reason, Chino got booted right behind us, like immediately after us. So I'm like, dang, that's kind of wild. But let's go. You know what I mean? After that, we got the rap with Coach Fred. Coach Fred gave us the analysis of the, you know, the progress report of the bouts. He said one thing about Chino, and I quote, that Chino had enough stamina and conditioning to where he could turn it on and the last moment of the fight. The last round. Okay, we got to go Super Saiyan. You got to let it all out. This is it right here. This is your home debut. All or nothing. Home run or you go home. You know what I mean?
Right.
That right there, I really want Jay to pick up on, because that is how you steal fights. To be able to go out there and finish your guy in the last round, whether it's the 4th round, whether it's the 6th round, the 8th round, the 10th round, or even the 12th round on some Deontay Wilder type shit. You know what I mean? The ability to finish the opponent at any given time and know you have that, that's going to carry you throughout your career.
Yeah, and that's goal number 1 when you step in the ring. Like, goal number 1 is not the box. Like, goal number 1 is to stop your opponent from continuing the fight. That's the goal.
No doubt.
Yeah, for
where
sure.
he can't continue.
Where he cannot continue. Now, Chino, going forward, in terms of you sharpening and developing your skills inside of the gym, is it more so just working with the coaches more on a consistent basis, or do you want to travel to different gyms, get different looks from different guys? Like, what's your idea of just sharpening the skills up?
Open-minded. You got to be open-minded.
Okay.
It's like, boxing taught me like, there's no right way to box.
Right.
If you look, like, I watch a lot of boxing, like, from any era, because there's no wrong way to box. Like, do you think somebody taught Chris Nassim how to box like that?
Not at all. Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? You think, like, some stuff you just can't teach, some stuff, like, there's no right or wrong way to box.
Right. You just got to find your niche.
You know? Exactly. So I like watching other people box. I like looking at other people's styles. Like, it's a lot. Like, you can learn a lot just by watching fights. Like, just watching different people fight. You can learn a lot from different coaching styles. Like,
right. With that being said,
right there.
Yeah, with that being said, what's your top 5 favorite fighters right now? Or just period. Just what's your top 5 favorite fighters?
My top 5 favorite fighters is Roy Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Big shout out to the RJJR.
Yes, indeed.
Thomas the Hitman Hearns.
Hitman.
Michael Nunn, and my coach Fred.
Okay.
Coach Fred, top 5. I love that.
Yes, indeed. Big shout out. Have you had a chance to meet Michael Nunn?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if you haven't had a chance to meet him, I would love to meet him. He's one of my favorite fighters of all time, because he was I know a lot of people talk about Muhammad Ali as far as jabbing, sticking and moving, flow like a butterfly, sting like a bee and all that, but Michael Nunn was up there in terms of jab, distance, and mentally just frustrating his opponent. And those are one of the few things that I love about any fighter, period.
I feel like if you can't jab, you can't really, can't box it. That's the most important punch in boxing, is the jab. Every jab sets everything up.
Right.
If you can't jab, it's gonna be a long, hard career for you if you can't jab.
Right. Yeah, with that being said, Chino, it has been an absolute pleasure talking to you. This one was a long time coming. You know what I'm saying? This was a long time coming. For sure. You know what I mean? But give everybody your social media so they can get with you.
They can follow me on Instagram at Chino _ the Destroyer, THA Destroyer.
Okay. And I almost don't even want to ask Mike for his social media, because they should know it. But
you already know I ain't got no Facebook. I'm anti-Facebook. That's all you gotta know about me. You can find me anywhere but there.
He's anti-Facebook.
Anti-Facebook. I'm Facebook's biggest rifle.
Yeah, but Chino, definitely keep in touch with us in terms of when you're going to fight again. Once you get the word, hit me up, let me know, and we'll definitely get you back on the channel so we can announce your next fight to the world. And this won't be the last time we'll talk. So again, Chino, I appreciate your time, bro, and much success in your career and just in life general.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate you having me.
Oh, man, no problem, bro.